Yo, let's go, Just Ordinary fans. I am back from Alaska. I'm not in a hotel room, so I don't have to be super fucking quiet. So I'm sorry for that couple weeks there where I had to be, hush hush when I was videotaping and everything. So now I'm back, full energy, and we're ready to fucking roll, guys. Check out this clan. This clan is definitely a big one when it comes to pushes, right? Obviously not when it comes to war. These guys got one triple against us, guys. One triple. I got 1, 2, 3 triples there with a couple time fails. I mean, this war I really tried to go hard, and I ended up getting a couple of really good attacks. And yeah, we're gonna show them off. This is gonna be a longer one. I'm gonna do all the recaps or all the war replays that are worth it. And yeah, these guys, TT Flingeurs or whatever from France. They are a huge push clan. You see them all the time. I think I got attacked by them at least like 10 times this time in in Legend League. Starting off, we have Hawk, and Hawk's going to be doing a queen charge into the town hall hog attack. Okay, so he starts off the right hand side with the Barbarian King funnel, and then he uses just his queen. He just knows where the queen's going to go for this queen charge. Lava CC gets taken out by the charging queen and a minion to help on those lava pups, is going to take out that town hall, and then from there jump spells into the core, so he's going to be able to get that eagle artillery and the enemy queen. Guys, this is insane. Like, you don't this is just crazy what he got with his queen on this, just because of one jump, right? And then he uses the stone slammer on that backside multi-target inferno, and then he has the hogs deploying from the 12 o'clock all the way going counterclockwise. Warden's ability early to keep those hogs alive when all the DPS is hitting them. From there, these hogs just tear apart the ring of defenses, and then he has plenty of cleanup, and that queen makes it all the way to the end. So it is, unreal attack, and Hawk just went off. Next we have Ka, and as you'll always know, Ka is one of the best in Just Ordinary. He's going to be starting off with a Suihiro Lalo. Now, his king is Suiing around the right-hand side to clean up the trash structures, and then the queen is actually going to try and get the other queen, the defending queen. Comes up a little short, unfortunately, but it's nothing that these E-Dragons can't take out. Notice there's not any sweeper that is actively targeting them in that scenario. So these E-Drags are going to be able to get tons of value. They basically take out half the base alone. He started his Lalo a little early, because even if he's waited a little bit, then that big pack of loons, we're gonna maybe focus more on the town hall, Giga Tesla area, etc. But either way, you sit here, you could critique every single attack, just like real world, like your job or something like that. There's always something that you could do better, etc. But Ka, that's a phenomenal hit. That E-Drag value took out half the base. I bet you if you went in and count all the structures and whatnot, the E-Drag and the Sui part took out well over 50% of that base. Now we have Shaner, and he's going to be doing his typical, his signature witch attack, witch slap. He's going to be doing that E-Drag funnel. Now look at the chain value on this E-Drag. That E-Drag is getting all the way into the core with that chain funnel, or with that chain lightning. And then from there, of course, he's got the king and the P.E.K.K.A. with a couple witches on the one side for a funnel, and then he's got the main pack of witches following the wall wrecker into the core there with the queen and the warden. And then, of course, on the back side, the opposite side of the one that he does with the king funnel, he sends the bats. Now, again, the bats don't get a ton of value here, but they do get enough to where, it's not going to be a time fail, or it's not going to be, something's, that's not going to be funky to where there's like a weird defense in the core that's going to be a time fail or something. So in this case, it works out just perfectly. Shaner has way overpowered, OP, just straight up OP. So many troops left alive. All right, and now we're going to go into Don Corleone. And, this is a popular push base. I actually attack it kind of the same with my Kill Squad Hog attack. For those of you who don't know, I actually started doing Queen Charge Hog. Definitely not totally proficient at it yet, but I'm in the very early stages of it. And yeah, so I mean, Don Corleone, he just showed you how to rip apart this base. I mean, literally these hogs, there's probably 30 hogs left alive there in that Tesla farm going into the 6 o'clock. And then plenty of cleanup troops, so it's not going to be a time fail. These hogs are definitely going to make short work of all those as well. A couple builder hut corner trolls, but that's about it. And then that's it. I mean, super easy triple from Don Corleone on a very popular push base, so you might want to, bookmark that one and take into account. All right, now we got Liam. And Liam's going to be doing kind of a variation of my Kill Squad Hog attack, except for he is extremely smart and he puts in a little queen walk into it. So he uses the queen and a wizard to make sure that the Kill Squad is going to get into the core, and then on the backside he's going to use a simple P.E.K.K.A. and a couple wizards. Now, a couple of these bowlers roll around just simply because of that Tesla there that makes it hard to funnel, but the majority of the Kill Squad gets straight into the core and is going to get all the value that I always talk about whenever I do my hits. They're going to get the Town Hall, Giga Tesla, the enemy Queen, enemy CC, and that Eagle Artillery. And then, the Hogs are just tearing apart the outside ring of defenses with good placement on the Wizards to make sure it's not going to be a time fail. The Queen gets taken out. I don't know what it is recently, but these healers suck, man. I'm not even kidding you. These healers, I'm noticing in all my Queen charges or even my Kill Squads, the healers will give the Warden, they'll target the Warden instead of going with the Queen. The Warden will be at full health, and the Queen will be hitting right next to him, and they still, it's stupid. All right, so here's my attack, guys, one of them. And, I'm going to be doing basically, so what I saw on this one was that it would be ideal for a queen walk into a Kill Squad hog attack, just like what we saw from Liam. So I started off, and the way that I determined that is because, see that Inferno? I can't target that Inferno from my queen, so I knew that was going to be a good starting point to where my queen was going to walk the correct way. And then from there, I sent my king around the outside with a couple bowlers following. That was actually an accident. Warden's ability over the Giga Tesla, and I jumped straight into the core. That core is going to give me everything that we talk about, guys. The enemy CC, the enemy queen, the Eagle Artillery, and even a couple multi-target Infernos. The Hogs did come in and finish that multi-target Inferno, but, this Kill Squad just straight through the core. Unfortunately, that queen gets hung up on some skeleton traps. Gosh, I hate those things so freaking much. And then and stuck on another wall, but these hogs are still going to make their way through and come through. The queen uses her ability just to break through that wall. I didn't want it to be a time fail, and when it comes, gosh, more skeleton traps. I freaking hate those things, man. I make sure that I whenever it's coming close, and I know there's no defenses, I don't like to swag spells or abilities, just because I'd rather not worry about a time fail. I'd rather just secure the win. And, I'll activate that queen early on to break through the walls and have those archers also hit the walls. So now we have we have Extraordinary, and he is going to be doing, this is kind of a funky attack, guys. It's going to be kind of a queen charge with, so he funneled perfectly with the king on one side and then a couple funneling troops on the other side. He uses a couple Coco Loons and then a jump spell to get into this core. Notice that 2-tile moat, guys. Those 2-tile moats are no one's friend. I haven't seen a single base where a 2-tile moat has benefited them. In this case, it made for a simple queen charge. And once the queen's inside there, gonna have access to all the key things that we say, except for that Eagle Artillery. But in this case, he has extra hogs, so these hogs are just gonna push. And notice where he puts the hogs, he puts them straight to that Eagle Artillery to make sure that it's one of the first defenses that goes down, just because you need it to, you don't want those hogs just getting beat on. Eventually, that queen gets taken down, and then, some good cleanup troops on the back. Again, some good healing troops, or healing the hogs on the way. That Stone Slammer had great value because it secured, 8 hogs inside of the Stone Slammer for the end of this raid to help clean up. And, even if the hogs were looking a little thin, that Stone Slammer was able to tank and just make it so that the hogs were going to last even longer. All right, now we have another one of my raids guides, and I actually remember hitting this base from a previous war, and I focused on the funnel here. I set the baby dragon first so that the archer tower was going to hit the baby dragon, and then I hit a loon to make sure that archer tower was going to get taken out, and then I sent in a couple hogs there on that hidden Tesla because that was going to make my funnel extremely hard. So once I secured that, I got my kill squad to go into the core, except for those bowlers that decided to go for that archer tower, which I kind of knew was going to happen, but I didn't want to sacrifice any more hogs, okay? And then the same situation, we jump into the core, get rid of all those important defenses, and then from here, what did I say on that last raid? We want to send our hogs in on the side with the Eagle Artillery because we want our hogs to stay alive and not under pressure of that Eagle Artillery. In this case, it was the right call to do because the hogs are going to stay up extremely long, and then also my kill squad basically took out the entire core, and even almost took out that last multi-target Inferno, so it's going to make these hogs even easier, so that healing spell right there, I probably could have swagged it in the long run, but it's just not worth it. You don't want it to be a time fail. And, a couple backside cleanup wizards, and it's just going to secure the triple. These hogs split up at the end, which is great because then, you don't have to worry about running 20 seconds across the base to go get the triple for a couple troll buildings or something. So there we go. That was another one. And then here we have Ka. And he's going to be doing kind of the same thing that he did on that last one. A little bit different. He's going to be suing the king on the left to make sure that the funnel's going to go great for that queen. Again, this 2-tile moat is nobody's friend. I'm not sure why anyone would have a 2-tile moat in their defending base. And it just makes for easy funnel. So in this case, he was able to get into the core there with just a simple jump because of that 2-tile moat. And then look at the value that he's going to get right in the middle of this core, okay? He gets rid of the Tornado Trap, the enemy CC, the enemy Queen, the Eagle Artillery, and a multi-target Inferno. That poison spell was perfectly placed because it was going to take out those lava pups. And then in the core there, he's really trying to keep that Queen alive. Unfortunately, he's got a lot of expos on him. And eventually that Queen, somehow makes it. He's going to start the Lalo right over the Giga Tesla, and then Warden ability over the Giga Tesla, uses a couple loons. Notice he used, maybe 12 loons there to keep the major pack of them inside that inside ring of defenses there. Uses the Siege Machine, the Stone Slammer, on the far side to get rid of that multi-target Inferno. From there, he's just got tons of lava pups, minions, and loons left alive. The Queen, went down eventually, but this is just such a sick raid, guys. These bases, just Ordinary has a really good way of taking advantage of them and basically just pointing out their weaknesses. And here we got VA, VA God, man, this guy is just insane. Every war you can plan on him, Ka, and a few others just to secure the triples and make sure that we're going to win. And in this example, he's doing a Sui Hero Hog attack now. He's going to Sui the king on the right area. I think it was attacked one time before, so we knew that there was going to be a Tesla farm in that section. And so it was great value there. And then he Sui'd the Siege Machine and the Queen on the Town Hall. And in doing that, he has gotten rid of the enemy CC and basically everything, except for the Queen. And he had a couple skeleton spells to make sure that Queen was going to get taken out. And those skeleton spells, man, how about that armor that they have? That just comes in clutch on these skeleton spells mid-raid to take out the Queen because, she's got to hit them twice now. And, again, they clean up from the inside out, and that's going to make a quick triple from VA there. Just a beautiful raid, honestly. And then check it out, back-to-back VA raids. And this is actually, watch this raid. See if you guys see any similar, instant or habits from the last raid. Okay, he's gonna Sui that Siege Machine to open up the Town Hall compartment area, and then from there he's gonna Sui the heroes on the Town Hall. Now, again, that barbarian king is going to be raged. He's not necessarily keeping the funnel for that queen, but he ends up pulling the CC and is going to get rid of that CC. I mean, it's extremely close, all except for that witch. And basically, that witch is just a pain, you know. And from there, he's going to send his mass hogs in on the Eagle Artillery side because you don't want those hogs to get rained down on by that Eagle Artillery. And then he's got a couple, he's got a freeze because you want to freeze that queen and then set up the skeleton spells right on that queen. Those skeleton spells are just going to dominate. And then actually pulls the enemy CC into that core as well. And then the skeletons are going to take out the enemy CC, so it's not going to be like a time fill. And he's got plenty of hogs to stick this cleanup on the backhand side, plenty of good cleanup troops, few goblins, a few wizards, and then these skeleton traps right in the core with the hogs. I mean, just makes quick work of this space, and, you know, makes it look like child's play, honestly. Just so cool how he can sit there and dissect a base and make it so it's just perfect. Alright guys, and now here is a raid from me, and this base was featured on another, we're starting to see a lot of repetitive bases. I attacked this base on a different war as well, and in this example, I just made a quick funnel with the baby dragon and the P.E.K.K.A. This is my signature Kill Squad hog attack. And I sent in a couple hogs on that side cannon because that was going to make my funnel fail. So I needed to secure the funnel. From there, jump spell into the core. Now look at the value that I get from this raged Kill Squad that's under the Warden's ability, guys. Takes out the enemy queen, all those defensive structures, and even gets to the Eagle Artillery. From there, I send in my hogs about the midnight, 12 o'clock, and push around. I send a couple hogs on the backhand side to keep the funnel of the major's big group of hogs in the core there. This queen is still at full health, pushing through, taking out defenses like crazy. That P.E.K.K.A.'s on the backhand side still. And eventually these hogs just get straight into that last multi-target Inferno area where I saved a healing spell because I needed those hogs to stay up. Just because you didn't want it to be a time fail. And from here, the queen is still up, still has her ability, and we're going to go ahead and use that so it's not going to be close, and secures the triple. And the last one, we've got Shaner, and he's going to be using his signature Witch Slap. He's starting his E-Dragon. Again, look at the chain value of that funnel there. It's all 5 buildings or structures with that chain. And eventually, I like saying that word, I guess, eventually. I just noticed that doing this. Well, eventually, the queen is going to walk to the left-hand side, 9 o'clock. He's going to set the king and all of the witches behind that wall wreckers just pushing through right in the center of this base, and is going to take out the Eagle Artillery with that main group of witches and the Kill Squad. I'm just going to refer to that as the Kill Squad there. Enemy CC goes down, and he saves his jump spell for the very backhand portion of this raid. And I think he just uses that, or he saves it until the end because I don't think he knows exactly when he's going to use it. So in this situation, and a lot of his replays that I've watched, he saves that jump spell to the very end because, in this case, what if he wanted to jump to the 9 o'clock, but the bats were able to take out all the defenses that he was planning on taking out put the jump spell on the outside to where those witches are just going to jump out and start to clean up early on the backhand side. So just some thoughts, and I'll have to ask him for more input. But there you go, guys. Just ordinary 13-1 against TT Flinguers, the French clan. And, that's going to pull it. That's going to be the